Good morning, gals and guys. I'm back. I just want to say a few things before we go into the digital currency. These are very, very interesting times. Scary times for some of you, but don't allow the fear or the scare take over you, because then you lose it all. So stay strong, stay safe. It's as a irresponsible human being on this planet that we all are, on these times where 70% of the population is in their house, it's highly recommended from my perspective to wear a mask, gloves, and shades all time, every time, when you're at your friend's house, when you go anywhere. And always wash your hands every few minutes or 10 minutes or so, you know? It's until this whole thing, virus, and we get a climate to living with this virus, because now it's not gonna go anywhere. Now it's part of ourselves now. Now it's part of our world. So, or we adapt to it, or we adapt to it. And this is the first start to this. While if or not there is a vaccine to come about, we shall see. But in the meantime, be safe. I love you all, and let's start. Okay, so I'm gonna take these off because we have already social distance through this new media. I'm pretty new at this whole thing, just as much as you guys are. And there has been a lot of questions about this digital currency and how it could affect everybody, from the rich to the poor. And let's start with the very, very wealthy ones. I think for this adaptation to work, it can't be an instantaneous thing. It has to take its time and in motion to evolve, of course. So we can't just dramatically switch to this. We have to understand, comprehend. You guys have helped me a lot. I've talked with a lot of my friends about this, and you guys given me a lot of insights about, you know, dynamics about where we are, right? So let's take an example, the banking system, right, that we have now. It has to continue for a while, the banking system, until we really adjust to this. But what we can start doing is to have that every, for instance, the dollar, the yen, el peso, each one starts to create its own currency, digital currency already in the market, okay? What does that mean? That now that that's in there, it becomes like a little bank for us. So I have a lot of money hidden under my pillow, right? To say, for those that know what I'm talking about. I have a lot of gold hidden under my a house, and I have in my grandma's where she died, and then just to say, this is all thought just now. So, but just say that I have tons and tons of money in paper money, right? Well, that benefits you at 100%, and that puts you up on the top of the level of the banking system right now. Why? Because you will be able, in a period of time, to be able to put all your money free into this banking system, right? So you have a lot of dollars, like $1,000, you already start change it over to the dollar digital currency, so that you don't have it in your hands anymore. Because in reality, this whole idea is that we don't need to have paper anymore. One, the trees, everything, it just doesn't make sense anymore. The digital wallet has been very successful in the last 20 years. We've been already learning how to buy through Amazon and PayPal. There he is again, Elon Musk, and all that great things that he brought up to us. But this is a part that leaping into this whole, this is the concept is bringing all of these to work. How? I go back to where we all stand. I'm a contractor. My mother is, hi mom, is a lawyer. My wife, hey babe, makeup artist. All my buddies, movies. I love you guys. Mark, photographer, thanks for the speech. Pablo, restaurant guy. So all of those that I've mentioned to you are gonna have an international monetary currency, which means that I get paid in that currency because that's who I am, right? I came here to build houses, and I don't want to be a doctor, and I don't want to be my mom, a lawyer, and I don't want to be my wife, makeup. I'm a contractor. I love working. Look, back here I have this table to, whatever. Anyway, let's go back to the currency. So the idea is that we establish our own currency, right? Our own currency, but it's an international thing, okay? The government will still make a percentage off of this, always, because thank God for the government and for the wonderful things that it gives us. We can still have this amazing world. So the government will always receive the taxes for every little trade or every little movement. It has to go to the government. We have to share. This is all about a money that's sharing. And it's about sharing for all of us. So we go back to the very, very wealthy ones. There's going to be a short period of time where you can put all your money into this, to call it digital currency dollar, right? So you change everything, a digital currency gold, and you start changing little by little. Well, those that already did this are already ahead of the game. The banking system is going to have to create their own bank. And Bank of America has a digital currencies also, because we're going to need loans and we're going to need a lot of things. Wells Fargo will have its own digital currency. So we start little by little creating a digital currency within what we already live in this hemisphere right now. But little by little, we start to become a trade system, right? So I build a furniture for Mark. Mark, photographer, pays me currency, and that percentage instantly goes for that trade of me building for Mark, right? $1,000 of a beautiful table. Mark Currency Photographer, which is a global thing, because all the photographers in the world are going to have this, and all the contractors are going to be in the big scheme, is a big ball. So all that money is going to there, right? It's going through me, but it's really going up there. That's where we're saving it all. It's like our bank. It's like our bank, my contractor bank, and Mark contractor bank. So. And yes, Wells Fargo and Bank of America, we're still going to have you guys because we need you guys. Because I still have my mortgage and you guys let me use some wonderful amounts of money. And it's not going to take away who you all are. It's going to add to the process a much interesting, dynamic moment of life. What does that mean? That everything becomes, how the economics work. The more you use it, right? The more you use one currency, the more it becomes stronger, right? And then I have more strength over other currencies, which means that when I buy something, I will be buying at the height of my currency to purchase lower currencies. What happens with that? When it instantly goes into the other people, and other people go into the lower currency to buy goods and services, it starts to grow too. So it starts to grow and it starts to become stronger. So that currency, we can help other currencies grow up or grow down. It depends on how much we use each other. So it's a dynamic system that's gratifying, and it's helping all of us in this time. So it's a give always situation. It's a lot of information, and we're going to have to evolve through a lot of chapters through this, because every day there's more things that come up. But in the whole scheme, it's not about taking away the Rothschilds' money. It's about the Rothschilds going to have a lot more strength than all of us, because they're going to have a lot more money to play with, right? Do you get it? But they're going to have such a bigger market to play with, not just the stock market. It's going to be everybody's currency at game, always. So the tangibility through all of us in this plain digital world is going to be instant. And some of us maybe don't want to be entrepreneurs into like throwing money at other things or buying things. So we just maintain it in our own little banking system, in our own little contractor building world currency. And maybe Pablo wants to keep his money in the restaurant business because he's going to build more and more restaurants. So he keeps his strong. He wants his currency to be strong, so he won't want to manipulate his money around. He actually wants to open more restaurants, so I'm going to keep my money in that position, right? And the auto industry, Elon and Ford and everybody are going to get paid into this big globe, so they all feed from this. So all of a sudden there's trillions and billions and quadrillions and trillions and gajillions of money circulating through our hands in our system at our own fingertips. And thanks to the technology, it's taking taxes away, it's giving it to the banking system, it's giving it sorry, not to the banking system, sorry guys, you get your own through your hard work. It goes to the government because they need to help to support the infrastructure of each of our countries, which sooner or later will become a unified world, which we all dynamically live in. So this will allow us to get closer and closer to each other, allow us to network with other people in other worlds. And I'm sorry, not other worlds. We're not there yet, Elon. You got to hurry up on your spaceships. Other worlds, sorry. I'm talking about this world that we live in. I'm trying to help out on a thought. Again, this is not to create discord among us. It's to give something to think about while we're closed in. If you guys got a better idea, bring it up. Bring it up. I've been thinking about ways of this for like years, and this has just barely came through me. And it's not even mine. It's ours, to play with. I'm not the one doing it. I don't want anything from this. I have no part. I'm happy building I'm happy being who I am. I don't need to be like Mr. Multimillionaire guy. I already play with you guys building your houses. I have fun with you guys already. This is not to make money. This is to make a thought of mine, a global mind. I love you guys. Peace. We'll talk later. Thank you.